Hi and welcome to another episode, and what we've got here is the Miracle Piano Teaching System by Mindscape along with Software Toolworks. I really don't know their relationship. I don't know if it was like one company designed it and it was pushed out through Mindscape, or it was supposedly by different companies depending on which side of the pond you live on. I'm not going to give you the whole history behind this. All I'm going to tell you is that it did in fact work on the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. It worked on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES. It worked on the Mac, the Commodore Amiga, Sega Genesis stroke, Sega Mega Drive, and it also worked on the PC. So I've got a few different things to get it going. I'm not going to show you getting it going in this particular episode. I just want to say that this thing is rather big. As you can see, it's out of screenshot. That's where my hands go to here. So that goes up to that key. Okay, so my hands reach, whoa, see, look, it's just too big for my camera shot. My hand actually reaches up to, or the camera shot rather, sorry, reaches up to that key. So it goes all the way up to there. And then on this side, it was actually reaching the first key, so it goes a bit across there, and as you can see at both sides, whoa, it's big, it's heavy. And then round the back, what have we got? We've got oh, the wrong way around for you, of course it is. Let me turn it round without breaking anything. Oh dear me, this is a tiny room. Right, what have we got? We've got MIDI in and out, so you don't need a fancy Miracle port interface, which I'll talk about in a minute. Headphones, left and right audio, a foot pedal thingy, which I'll show you, which you'll laugh at when you see the pedal. Power switch, and the power port, which needs 12 volt AC, which I do have, but I'm not going to show you that, but it's just a normal, barrel looking thing. So let's go back to the fancy Miracle port. By doing that though, I'm going to show you all the other stuff that I've got for this. I'm just going to take this off screen now. Oh, one thing I should tell you is that it's actually 49 keys. So those of you that actually understand pianos and things will know I don't know anything. I don't know how to play, because if I did, would I get myself a Miracle keyboard? The other thing that it does have, I know I'm straining making it, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't knock everything off in here and drop it and break it and all that fun stuff. It does work. I don't have to open it up and solder different things, but it starts at 00, so grand piano, and it goes up to 127. So that's 128 different instruments and funny things it can do. You've got different styles as well here, and then you've got different controls of tempos and things like that, I believe, and just sort of instantly to piano or play different melodies. It's got some percussions and synthesizer and volumes and scroll up, scroll down sort of thing. So you can select basically from here, and I believe that this cover was different in later versions than it was on the original. The original one didn't seem to show you all of this. I don't know why, but it didn't. It's even got an arcade function. Well, that should be interesting for those retro lovers. As I say, I'm not going to show this working this week, because I'm going to show you in a different episode how to actually get the software working for a PC, even though you don't have a serial port on the back of your computer. So let me just move this out of the way and we'll talk about the other stuff that came with it. As you can see, it came with a few other bits and pieces. What should we start with? We'll start on this side maybe. The Miracle Quick Start card. So you install the software, install it, and it tells you what stuff to use on the mouse or the keyboard. Nothing on the back. And in the NES version, a Quick Start card. After Hours Spin Collection, PC Connections Direct. What is this? Oh, so this is PC Connections Direct, based somewhere in the country. While I'm looking through this, the Miracle keyboard came out in 1990, I believe it was. As I said, it came out with all those different systems, not all at once, I don't believe. Oh, one other machine I didn't bother to tell you about was the Mac as well. They came out for the Mac as well. But yeah, these have got some different pricings for different things. What have we got here? A CD-ROM drive, £386.58. Oh, this is a history in itself. Maybe we'll come back to that just as a bonus episode some other day. I'd talk to you about the pedal. That's it. It's a bit of sponge. Oh, a bit of sawdust or something stuck to it. But yeah, that's not exactly a movable thing. It's just a pressure sensor by the looks of it. Not too great. I wonder which side is up and which side is down. Maybe that way around. But that plugs in the back with a 2-pin header thing. It works, but you know, I need to learn how to play the keyboard before I can take any real benefit out of it. Right, so let's put that back in its little plastic bag. What else have we got? A set of headphones, which appear never to be used. Oh yeah, I remember now. When I opened it up, the sponge was still on, but it was a sort of sponge that has just gone decrepit after all these years. What do you expect? But these are the original headphones, or at least what someone put in with them. Obviously I'll use some more modern headphones. Probably can type more than in-ears. What else have we got? Oh yes, the NES cable, which has never been opened by the looks of it. But it is, there's a NES connector in there, and then the fancy serial type cable that goes at the back. The other cable we've got is the PC one. So as you can see, it really looks just like a 25-pin serial cable up to a 9-pin serial. Again, I'm not too sure if it's wired some unusual way more than just a normal. There are two different types of serial cable, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I've not looked at the pin outs for them, but it says Miracle on it. You can just about see that it says it there. So this is a dedicated cable. Now this one I've added to this little kit. It's serial to USB, and that's what I want to show you in a different episode of actually getting this working on a modern PC. So you don't need like an old 486 or something like that, or a, I don't know, a Pentium or something. You don't need to go that far back. Just using DOSBox and one of these. Now onto, we've got over here, we've got a set of floppies. It's actually a fair few set of floppies, and it seems to be the whole kit you could get from this. Installing software, which came on 3 720k discs. You can tell because it doesn't have the extra notch, and it also says it on it, but yeah, it has that. And then it also has the Song Collection Volume 1 and then the Song Collection Volume 2, both disc 1s, so they must have been available separately. But again, as I say, it's getting this on your PC and running it through a modern serial cable. Can be done, but of course you need a way of getting the floppies onto your PC. There's 5 1/4 discs, which seem to be 1.2 megabyte discs, so high density 5 1/4, and there's 2 of them just for data, but there's no song stuff, collection extras. And those that like registration cards, and if you've seen my big box stuff, you would have seen me do this plenty of times. Sadly, the whole thing didn't come in its original box with the polys and everything, but for the price it seemed reasonable. And yes, I know the keys on that could probably do with a retro bright as well. What have we got? Oh, important notice. Oh, so yeah, we'll call. I'm sure that number will still work, won't it? I doubt it somehow. Right, what else have we got? We've got the NES cartridge. This is the only NES cartridge I own. But I don't own a NES. I would kind of like to get one just to see what this looks like. Because I know with the floppy disk versions, they actually brought out later versions so you could get updates because there was maybe errors in it. So of course you can't really do that with a cartridge. But it'd be nice to see. And it does in fact say copyright 1990, so I'm correct on when this came out. So, you know, if anyone wants to throw a working NES PAL version my way, huge gratitude. Throw it on the donations. Right, so what else we've got? We've got the owner's manual. Dear me, need to talk properly this morning. Oh look, there's a different overlay for it. So I think that's kind of what it originally looked like. The manual's seen better stuff. It's actually, all this is rubbed off on there, I think. Put it that way around. So what have we got here? It says 1990, 1991. So this was obviously purchased a little bit later than launch. Oh, interesting lines there. So where do we go up to? It says 45, 46, 47, 48. So there's technically 48 pages, but we've got an index at the back, and it tells you what does what and how to get things going. And it's all in English, it appears. Telling you things. I'm sure this was aimed more at children more than it was adults once upon a time when it came out, but even so, everyone's got to start somewhere. So starting from, you know, you can maybe play chopsticks or something, up to something. It reckons people learn at different rates. The average student with no prior musical training should complete the course in 6 to 12 months. After that time, you should be able to read music notation. Oh, that would be nice, because that's something I can't do. I would like to be able to read music and play two hands using chords and common rhythms. That'd be nice. Learn a new piece of music on your own and perform with other musicians. Oh, so it reckons then from somewhere between 6 and 12 months, but it doesn't tell you how often you should play every day or every week or what. I mean, it's the amount of hours you put in more than the time period you go across. But to say that I'm not a young child anymore with, you know, brain like a sponge, maybe 12 months. So who knows? Maybe I'll put some effort into it and find some time. Which would be a lot easier to do if I had a NES, because then I could just plug it in on the main TV, because it's actually got composite. Right, so it has got some interesting stuff for you in there. So, you know, if you have problems, contact blah 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 blah. Right. It says do not use with front or rear projection TVs. It's telling you that you shouldn't use a front rear projection television. Sorry, do not use with a front or rear projection television with your Nintendo Entertainment System and this video game. Your projection television screen may permanently damage if the video games with stationary scenes or patterns are played on it. Oh, so there must be an awful lot of stationary stuff happening on this. Basically, they don't want burning happening. Interesting. Right. What else do we have? We have the Nintendo Entertainment System User's Guide, which is basically plug it in and follow the menus. And you still need to use your original controller. How many pages in that for those that are interested? 23, 24, 25, 26 pages technically. So there we go. Oh, see, that's what you would get if you just put the NES one. Oh, I see. So if you're using the NES version, that's the overlay. Aha. Right. What have we got here? This is the PC version. So it's the same thing again, and what do we have? Yeah, basically the same thing, but just for the PC. It's even sort of showing the Nintendo connecting your Miracle to your PC. But then it shows you a Nintendo Entertainment style port. That's not very good. Alright, So yeah, it's just showing you what you can and can't do with it, really. So yes, it should work on your IBM PC or 100% IBM compatible PC, at least one serial port, PC-DOS, MS-DOS 3.1 or later. Your config sys needs to have files equals 30, 512K RAM with a CGA graphics card, or 640 when you've got EVGA, EGA or VGA. What the hell is EVGA? Anyway, Hercules graphics adapter, hard disk, mouse, drivers, a HP LaserJet 2 or compatible printer. Oh, so you need a printer with this, do you? Or an Epson or compatible dot matrix graphics printer. And if you're going to use an IBM PS1, you need to faff around even more with some MIDI cables. So there we go. And I'm assuming this is the same as the other one. Oh no, even more pages. 33, 34 pages technically. Right. The Miracle Piano Teaching System, limited 90-day warranty. Well, that's obviously pushed to the American market, because here in Britain, even back then, you'd have got a lot more than that. And what's this? This is for the Volume 1, the Song Collection Volume 1 and Volume 2. Seems to be just photocopies. What's that? Right, we've got installing, and then your limited 90-day warranty. And I can only assume that's the same for Song Collection 2. Now, I know I haven't really shown very much in the realms of what's what with this keyboard right now, because I've got to learn how to use it. I've got to make sure I make a little video showing on how to actually install it through DOS and this fancy serial cable. But until then, I hope this has been interesting, and I know it's more of a learner thing more than a game, but I've always wanted to learn how to play the keyboard properly. I realise I'm never going to be some fantastic pianist or join a band or anything like that, but it's just, you know, something to learn at my old age, in my mid-40s. Yeah, hopefully in a year's time then I can maybe come back and go, woohoo, I can play, I don't know, some very basic tune. Probably nothing from Mozart or Beethoven. Anyway, as you can see, I've packed it all the way. I'd like it if you did press the subscribe button and notifications if you haven't already done that, and hit that like button. Oh, if you want to hit the other one, that's up to you. But as always, happy gaming.